Welcome to the righteous sphere. We separate the gray areas over here. We don't do the lying like those other places. No. We don't do no fucking lying over here. You're gonna get the truth.
This is Miss Glass from your child's school.
Yeah, I know who this is. What's going on?
Hey, I was calling because I'm having a little bit of an issue out of your son today. He is not wanting to sit down in his seat, and he will not stop talking. So
Oh my God, I thought he was sick. So y'all don't handle that?
Well, usually we use our behavior management system, which requires for us to call the parent if the behavior is getting...
It don't seem like it's really managing that if you, y'all can't, I'm trying to work.
And I understand that, and I also am trying to work, but I want us to work together to ensure the success of your scholar.
She's trying to get smart. Okay.
No, ma'am, I'm not trying to get smart. I just want us to work together to ensure the success of your scholar.
Well, what he doing?
He won't sit down and he won't stop talking. Therefore, he's not able to complete.
You can't make him sit down.
Well, I can't make a child do anything. I can request it. I can ask it, but I can't make him do it. And so I'm wanting to work together.
Like, I sent him up there to that school because y'all need to know how to handle them. I thought they had teachers that know how to handle kids. If y'all can't handle them, I don't know what you want me to do.
So, girl, you talking to a 7-year-old boy? I know I'm only a little girl. Hey, y'all, like, what you got on your nails? A pair of nails. That I made. So, before you come for me, boo, go check yourself. Make sure you got those edges done like that. Don't worry about that one. I was sleeping. But check yourself. Girl, you talking to a 7-year-old boy?
Alright, so just a short video of me dropping my kid off at a 24-hour daycare at like 10 p.m.
Do you know about what time you're picking her up?
I'm not sure. Probably like in an hour or two. Okay. She won't be here that long. Now, they advertise that they be open 24 hours, but they actually don't. They be open until like 12, and it's fine, because I literally picked her up at 11:55 after telling him she won't be here that long. But it was cool, because there was like 20 other kids there, and they had like a glow-in-the-dark party. So it's a win for both of us. I get a break from her, and she actually enjoys going.
Let me tell you something. We about to go stupid. 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 This shit we be on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't D, she rock Gucci stupid. Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid.
Lord, they blood loud like he Putin. Nigga thugged out like he Putin. Ain't a coot nigga, can't scoop me. I hear the hate loud, call it rootin'. Dodo bird, a real extra bitch. Speeding around in a dumb whip. Push start, banana split. Dior bag, hold an extra clip. Cuff a rap nigga, extra drip. Then stack with him, extra flips. Florida water, real loony bitch. Purse Gucci, no Dooney bitch. Pussy talk, no rumor-ish. On a whole head like a tumor sick. Shots fired, I don't miss. I'm the definition of a real bitch.
We on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't D, she rock Gucci stupid. Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid. Hang on me. Gon' try buy your new phone with we in the Range Rover, no heat. Take out man, can't wait next year. Roll that out, I'ma cover my ear. I'm too high, so don't come near. If it ain't on me right here. Got an ounce pride, got pills on my drive license. We're broke way too long, main reason all of be spent. Took it out last year, now back up. Both on your man, now she stuck. I don't do favors and don't trust luck. I'm pulling up if it's by the book. This shit we be on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't D, she rock Gucci stupid. Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid.
have to understand, for years, straight men have never had a voice. They don't have voices in their house, unless they beat your ass. They don't have voices in media. It's normally sports, doctor shit, but never concerning relationships. We do hella shows on relationships that have female hosts, men hosts, and they always primarily focus on women. That is the main thing that our advertisers look for here, is because women are the decision makers in the house when it comes to spending, okay? And so a lot of times when you see television shows, when you see podcast shows, when you see a lot of advertisers, they're either advertising to women or they're advertising to children. Open up a space that was void, non-existent, for men to have a voice. He ain't calling people bitches. He ain't calling women hoes. Okay? Now, I'm being honest. I know a lot of y'all are going to be upset right now. And I'm going to tell you why you're probably going to get more angry. It's because name one male black talk show host that strictly, not Steve Harvey pandered to women, okay, that focused on the voice of a man in a relationship. Now, a lot of people don't like him. That's okay. As another creator, I have to give him that grace, because I don't understand why my audience expected me to drag someone during an interview, and I don't ever drag people during interviews unless you get out of line with me. But for the most part, if you are a wino gang day one member, you cannot ever remember me like dragging a guest. A guest is that, a guest. You're in my house, you're in my space, I'm gonna treat you with the utmost respect. And yes, I do agree with a lot of his views, because I did grow up with men, and this is how they talk. Now, the hard pill to swallow is, I can't believe he's saying those things. I can't believe these men are agreeing with this, because this is how these motherfuckers talk. Taking advantage of a space that had no one in it, and that's the reason why he's powerful. And the more you guys complain, the more powerful he's gonna get, because everybody's gonna want to know why. Now, I respect the creator. He understands the game. He was very transparent. He said, listen, I've been doing this shit for years. Nobody fucking listened until I started really saying the shit that men say. And if you're over there in that chat, you're going to see that these motherfuckers are fucking liking him, cash apping him, fucking super chatting his ass, because they are saying the very shit that they can't say to their wives that are sitting fucking next to them.
What's up, class? What's up? Welcome to our morning class, guys. I'm sorry I'm late, guys. Y'all know, it was a hell of a night, guys. It was a hell of a night, yo. Y'all know, and let that be an example. You know what I mean? Know when to stop arguing with people that got their mind made up. You know what I mean? Know when to let it go. Know when to just wash your hands and be done. See things for what it is. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to these hell of a sons, bro. You know what I mean? You got, they dangerous, so don't put yourself in harm's way. when you identify them as such, you go the other way, guys. See, I told you, going the other way, MGTOW ain't just about the bitches. Nope. It's not just about the women, guys. It's going away from the evil. It's going away from the evil, the wicked ways of the world. It's going away from the herd mentality, the shit that everybody's doing. You know what I mean? Salute, Joe XL Pro, man. I done downed half a bottle of Henny for that one. That, why you think I went off camera, man? Sheesh. And I mean, y'all don't normally see me out of character like that. But in any event, when it comes to this fate, and when it comes to this sacrifice, can't nobody tell me nothing. They not gonna stand on that. You know what I mean, but that's again and another example of not going somewhere and not doing your homework and research and studies. And see, that's another thing beta males do. They thrive off emotions, and emotions that have you doing dumb shit. You know what I mean? That's why I tell you guys, you know what I mean? Stay out of that being in love shit. You know what I mean? Stop wanting, create goals instead of wants for yourself. Instead of desires, create goals. You know what I mean? Always be creating goals. And don't get used to rooting for the underdog and while hating on the winner, because you can learn a lot from the winner. You can study the winner. You don't gotta hate on the winner. You know what I mean? And in these poverty situations and in these hoods, in these streets, they all work together. And it's the majority of them. So they're gonna work together. They're gonna hold down stupidity. They're gonna appreciate ignorance. You know what I mean? They're gonna relate to who they can relate to. You know what I mean? People in the same situations can relate well. You know what I mean? Remember, guys, local minds will never understand global minded shit. So let's get back into today's video. Today we got, I don't know if y'all saw part one of this, where she touched on the actual school system and how the school system is failing. The school system is failing the students. The school system is failing our children, guys, right? And after the moms put her sprinkle her little fingertips on these babies, the next stage of the devil's chamber is these schools. All right. So we have a school teacher right here that quit, guys, and she finna give us her testimony on why she did it, why she quit, why she would just up and quit a prestigious job like that. It ain't worth a damn, because you know they pay the stars more than they pay the teachers nowadays, when it shouldn't even be like that. It should be the whole reverse. But in any event, she gonna give us her take on what happened, and she got an actual event that happened with her and the students. So let's hear her thing, because you know they swear we make this shit up. You know what I mean? Not only do we have facts and statistics, we actually have visual proof of stepdads and single mothers causing drama, and we have proof of everything that come out our mouth. You know what I mean? So I don't understand it though. It's just weird. It's weird to me, yo. We live in a real let's pretend world. Welcome to Gyno Land. Welcome to Gyno Land, y'all. Let's get on into this.
And people are like, what can we do to fix it? I'm not going to lie to you. I have no idea. After I posted my experience and, you know, what happened, I had people from all over this country reaching out to me, telling me y'all's experience, and we're all in the same boat. Education is an absolute shit show. It is a walking shit show. And I'm like, it's like the problems are so deeply embedded that it's like, what can we do? Because county office is scared. Admin is scared of county office. County office is scared of these parents. These parents are scared of their kids, and the kids ain't scared of nobody.
Bingo. That's bar verse of the year right there. That is quote reference of the year right there. We snatching that. We taking that straight to Facebook. We don't give a fuck who mad at that post. That's a fact. And it's coming from the source's mouth, guys. This is who is teaching those kids while the moms go to work to compete with the man. This is who is left with those kids. So if you don't know your kid, these teachers know those kids. So miss me with the frickle mindset. Miss me with all that dumb shit. We finna get it in today.
And I'm like, what kind of system? We can't work in this kind of stuff. We can't work in these kind of situations. And it's like every excuse is made for the child. That's not right. I'm a grown ass woman. It ain't no reason I should have to tell a child, do not put your hands on me. Why should I have to look at a child and say, don't put your hands on me? What y'all teaching them at home that they think it's okay to try to put their hands on the teacher? Why? I had a student who got in trouble, and I thought the SRO was going to have to take her out of there, and the girl called herself coming back to apologize. It was the most backwards apology I had ever heard. And the child looked me dead in my face. A 13-year-old, look, I'm a 32-year-old woman. 13-year-old looked me dead in my face and said, if they would have took me out of here in handcuffs, when I came back, then you would have got to fighting for real. Girl.
Wow, the boldness in her. The boldness in her. Salute, Lee. It starts at home. Parents aren't raising their kids to be respectful. If the kid don't respect their parent, then they damn sure aren't going to respect the teachers. It's a fact. You know what I mean? We supposed to teach these kids up. Like, you know what I mean? When they say honor, when they, like, the kid's supposed to honor their father and their mother. You know what I mean? So that his days will be long and prosperous. You know what I mean? That you got to teach them, though. You got to teach them up. We supposed to be teaching these kids, bringing them up morally correct, not going along to get along. You know what I mean? We should be telling our kids about their Holy Spirit. We should be encouraging them to believe in themselves, and we should be pushing them to always want to be the best version of themselves. We shouldn't be telling them they could be whatever because we should get them as quickly out of that fantasy land as possible. But again, parents don't do that nowadays. Parents blame the teachers. Like, parents think it's the teacher's responsibility. The teachers know it's the parents' responsibility, and it's just crazy. It's crazy. But then everybody turns their head and play like they don't understand why these kids are shooting in the street, because nobody wants to blame the hell of a mother. Nobody wants to blame this woman because they're a mother, not a hell of a mother, but they hear mother and everybody frickle, everybody triggered. When last time I checked, God named each and every one of us on this earth. Everybody has a name. That's your name. So when you hear a title, you should be all right. But nope. And keep in mind, guys, those of you that didn't see the first video, this lady right here, she's a single mom herself. You know what I mean? So she's going to dance around the actual issue too, a little taste. But, you know what I mean? Hopefully she don't. Hopefully she come out with it this time. Because that first video, if y'all remember, she danced and pranced around coming out with what it is. But this one she sound more direct. Let's play that back for those of y'all that's just coming into class.
In the same boat. Education is an absolute shit show. It is a walking shit show. And I'm like, it's like the problems are so deeply embedded that it's like, what can we do? Because county office is scared, admin is scared of county office. County office is scared of these parents. These parents are scared of their kids, and the kids ain't scared of nobody. And I'm like, what kind of system? We can't work in this kind of stuff. We can't work in these kind of situations. And it's like every excuse is made for the child. That's not right. I'm a grown ass woman. It ain't no.
And she right. Because the school are making an excuse for the child to go against the teacher. And the parent gonna always defend that motherfucker. So, you know what I mean? The teachers lose in the end. You can't win for winning situation.
No reason I should have to tell a child, do not put your hands on me. Why should I have to look at a child and say, don't put your hands on me? What y'all teaching them at home that they think it's okay to try to put their hands on the teacher? Why? I had a student who got in trouble, and I thought the SRO was gonna have to take her out of there, And the girl called herself coming back to apologize. It was the most backwards apology I had ever heard. And the child looked me dead in my face. A 13-year-old, look, I'm a 32-year-old woman. 13-year-old looked me dead in my face and said, if they would have took me out of here in handcuffs, when I came back, then you would have got to fighting for real. Girl, get out of my face. That's all I can say, because I'm thinking, you're not gonna threaten me. You're not gonna threaten me. I'm a grown-ass woman. You're not gonna threaten me. You're not gonna threaten me. And then I tell y'all the girl is crazy, and the girl is at the alternative school, but still on my roster. It's supposed to be getting out of alternative school. And if I had to fight y'all to get this child off my roster, the new child that just came, when that child get out of alternative school, and she a threat to all these kids in here and to me, because the girl done threatened me, I'm gonna have to fight y'all to get the girl off my roster. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. It ain't no job in this world. It ain't no job in this world that's worth your health. There ain't a single one. It ain't a single one.
That's a whole fact, pops, dads. Happy Father's Day, guys. Word. And it ain't no job that's worth your peace of mind. Not even that father position. All right? If it costs you your peace, it ain't worth it. It's too expensive. All right? Remember that. And she's right. She's absolutely 100% right. This is why you tend to want to do things that you're passionate about and you love. You don't do things for a check. See, when you end up doing things for a check, little tough times could happen, and then you don't feel the same way about that job anymore now, because it's not a passion now. It's no longer passionate to you because things have came in its way, in your way of comfort, and you don't know how to deal with it. And you know what I mean? That's why people bolt.
One. Because if you die at work, baby, they just gonna replace you the next day. Unless you a teacher. They ain't got no teacher, so they can't replace you the next day. But they gonna be sad, and they gonna say, oh my gosh, I'm so sad that such and such passed. No, these folks in these schools do not care about these teachers. These schools are an absolute zoo. All of them are an absolute zoo. And I'm like, people are like, what's the solution? Bro, I don't know. But some of y'all parents, how are y'all parenting y'all kids? Because they are terrible. I'm gonna tell you right now, some of y'all kids be walking around these schools absolutely terrorizing these teachers. Absolutely terrorizing. Some of y'all kids get these teachers out here calling their psychiatrists to take extra anxiety medicine and depression medicine and all this kind of stuff like that. Y'all wrong. Y'all.
They making money all the way around off the teachers, you know what I mean? Because they got y'all hooked on drugs now. Now all the teachers is really hooked on drugs, guys. Teachers is out there buying pills on the low, buying pills on the side. It's a sad situation going on. It's a sad situation going on, guys. And this is real. We don't make this stuff up. We just report on what is there to bring awareness to the Black community. You know what I mean? Because you see, everybody hate the truth, but it's a lot of education in the truth. And fuck how you feel about who's giving it. Because that's another problem. Jealousy and envy had people shunning the people that got the answers for them. So you'll go get the answer from somebody misled and miseducated. And we all know everything that Dr. Zaddy taught us is false information, misinformation, information to get us to obey him and need him. We all can agree on that. But then we come with these biblical and statistical facts, all of a sudden, where's your diploma at? Where's your degree? Fuck out of here. Miss me with that bullshit. The people with the degree is stressed. Look, because she had to get some type of paperwork for this. She had to get some type of government zaddy award. That's all it is. And debt receipt for this. And it's stress. She is stressed. That did not bring her peace. Being overly educated with a great IQ did not bring this woman peace. All right? So just take note of that, guys. When we start talking about this, what you gotta have and what you qualify to need to keep it real and to tell the goddamn truth and to help bring awareness to a community that suffers of being dumb and not understanding that we have been studied. And the same way a lot of us content creators and my whole tribe study our community, It's the same way government saying Zaddy studied us. Silly. If you read and apply science to yourself, you wouldn't feel so triggered all the goddamn time, guys. Seriously. Trigger is pain. Pain is weakness leaving the body. Like, let's go.
Wrong, and then we call y'all to tell y'all what y'all kids done did, and y'all want to know what we did to your child for them to act like that. What's the purpose of calling y'all? There ain't no reason to call y'all. Y'all, the parents that are supportive, we appreciate y'all, but the majority of y'all ain't worth two rusty nickels, y'all kids.
All right, thank you, and that's all I say. That's all I say, right? Don't say all. So I don't say all. I know that there's real women and then there's good women. The good women are the majority. And the vast few are the real women. You know what I mean? So we not going to play with it. We not going to play with it. And I don't know nobody's personally. Nobody personal situation. So you do not have to feel offended. You do not have to feel no way. Your outlook on life is how you see life. Nobody make you feel how you feel. Remember that. Remember that. Remember this, guys.
It's bad, and y'all kids disrespectful. They ain't got no respect for authority whatsoever, and they don't care. They think everything is funny. Teachers having a breakdown, y'all kids laughing at them. It's not right, man. It's not right. I'm trying to figure out what kind of kids y'all raising. So that particular situation was the one that ended up, that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. But I had another situation in January with the student that I just told y'all threatened me. The child absolutely ran rampant in the 7th grade building. I have no idea how the child was not already sent to the alternative school the previous semester, because the girl absolutely terrorized these teachers and these kids. So a child said something to her one day in my class, and I looked up, and before I could catch her, the boy was already tipping over out his desk. She pushed the boy out his desk. And I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, go outside. She gets outside and punches the crap out of a locker. And I'm just standing there like, okay, girl, well, you better punch that locker, cause baby. If I have to look at
and the parents would say, I didn't teach her that. You did. All that beefed up, masculine shit she see you do in the crib, talking all loud, acting like you a fucking man. That's what she go act out in the school to people that she don't know. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna be responsible for getting your kids beat up. And that's sad, guys, because they're gonna try that shit with the wrong people, the people with some act right and knowledge, because this is a knowledge world. Remember, 2020 came, and it's no longer about look. It's about knowledge. Knowledge is rich. Knowledge is, he who have the knowledge is rich, is wealthy. Knowledge is the new wealth, guys. For those that didn't know, it ain't about your money. It ain't about how much money you got, because we all can match with when it come to money, if you on your purpose. So let's stop playing. You know what I mean? But it's about knowledge. Knowledge is back to back how it was back in the days, guys. I'm talking all the way back with Socrates and them. It's about the knowledgeable. Only the meek shall inherit the earth. The meek shall inherit the earth, guys. Remember that.
Get a child and tell them, if you hit me, I'm gonna hit your ass back. That's not a good environment. Why would I have to look at a child and let them know, do not put your hands on me, because you 13 years old, you fully grown, and you fully understand, don't put your hands on me, because I don't let nobody touch me without my permission. You're not gonna swing on me. So you gonna punch that little locker or whatever you need to do, but your hand, that punch better not land on me.
And that's a fact. But if the moms, now let's get it, if the hell of a moms wasn't busy trying to be independent and she was enacting on what God said to do, if she was following the structure and the order of the Bible, but we know our modern women nowadays, they are desperate attention junkies. And it's like, these women nowadays were never held down, was never oppressed, but it's like they need to know that I gotta have everything, and it's like, yo, why y'all acting desperate? These modern women act so desperate, yo, that they miss the point. Grabbing at everything, they end up with nothing. with nothing. So what they're doing is they're shunning the men, or they're playing with the men. These kids' fathers. These not let me not say the men. They're playing with these kids' fathers. They're running these kids' fathers through the ringer for these child support checks. And because the trend, remember I say the herds all follow the trend. All you see on these reality shows is bitches and niggas going through divorces, and a group of bitches wake up in the morning, drink mimosas, talk bad, fight each other. But when the man divorced one of them bitches, they stick together then. They all stick together then. Throughout the whole show, they fighting each other. But as soon as the man do something, they all stick. And that's what reality, so that's what the herd mindset is addicted to. So they're not thinking long term. They're not thinking long term generational wealth. They thinking right now. I gotta compete with social media and the bitches that ain't paying me no mind, because all of them got haters. They swear somebody hating on them. They swear somebody hating on them. And ain't nobody hating on them. But that's what they doing, guys. That's what they doing. They creating delusions in their mind. You know what I mean? Where it's me against the world. They're shunning the dads. Dad is the discipline. The dad is the discipline, sis. You weren't designed to tell them kids, yo, chill the fuck out, bro, before I slap your whole head off, bro. You was not designed to do that. You were designed to, and that's okay. That's the nurture. But then you gotta learn how to follow directions and follow instructions so you can keep them in, so that the kids can have balance. These kids are unbalanced. That's why they falling off. That's why our children falling off. Anything unbalanced gonna fall off. Plain and simple.
Why would I have to say that to a child? And so the child doing all this kind of crazy stuff, all these write-ups, all this stuff, and the child still wasn't going to alternative school. One of the teachers told the girl at the end of the day, you need to go to class because they have not dismissed yet, and you need to go to class. The girl turned around to him, told him, shut the fuck up talking to me before I punch you in your shit. The child is 13 years old, talking big trash. So the teacher was like, I don't know what Bible could, I don't know what I would have did if the child would turn around and say that to me. But anyway, the teacher was like, still, I say, you need to go to class. The girl turned around. She was so mad. She turned around and punched the shit out of the locker right next to his head. So they brought her down to me because I was one of those teachers that I was trying to like build a relationship with her, because I'm like, bro, you on a bad path, fam. Like this stuff that you doing, this is not good. Like what are you doing? You can't.
And keep in mind, there are teachers that care, y'all. There's teachers that care, yo. It's teachers that stick their neck out there for these little bastard ass kids that ain't got no damn sense. There's teachers out there that care more about these kids than their own parents, yo. But they're still restricted. They get in trouble for caring. The teacher will get in trouble for caring. What kind of system is this?
Like you're gonna end up in a bad place if you keep doing this behavior. And I tried to have a heart-to-heart with the child in a come to Jesus meeting. And I'm like, bruh, if I can be the teacher that you feel comfortable with and we can talk through this stuff, like, bruh, you ain't got this road you're going down. You ain't got to do this. And so the girl was not in my class, but they brought her to me and was like, hey, this is the situation that just happened. And I'm like, okay, well, I talked to her and I was like, hey, you can't do that, friend. I'm like, what if you would have punched that teacher in the face? Okay, sorry, momentary pause. Somebody had knocked on my door. So anyway, I was like, what if you had punched that teacher in the face? Like you would be on your way to jail right now. And so I just, I told them like, hey, she's not in my class, because she would just roam the halls and then she would lie and tell them she was in my class when she was not in my class. And so like she left and went home or whatever. And I remember the girl had already.
And guys, you remember back in the days, let's not act like that we don't know what she's talking about. But it was only like 1 or 2, 3, if that, per school. It was 3 of those students per school. Can you picture, would you, guys, if you did not know, right? I went to my daughter's school the other day, bro. She's in high school. It's like 50 of them running around the school, yo. It's 50 of them. Imagine that. Remember that one troubled little boy that they should have had in special ed, but they kept putting him in your class. And we all knew that nigga needed special ed, right? Remember that kid? Picture 50 of them running around now, bro. 50 of them.
Done so much crazy stuff and had been written up so many times. And I remember talking to the principal after school, to the assistant principal after school, and I was like, hey, this is what just happened. Like, she just punched this locker like right next to this guy's head. And, you know, I was just like, she is like completely out of control. Like, and he was just like, well, I don't know if we have enough to send her to the alternative school. I'm like, that one particular situation ain't enough to send her to the alternative school. And so I just was like, this is literally insane. And so before Christmas, because I came back in December, I came back right before Christmas break. And so in December, I had just went ahead and pulled her out of class and talked to her before like my first day back. And because I had, you know, people were like, hey, you know, this is what's going on, you know. And so I just wanted to pull her out of class and talk to her and give her like a clean slate. Because, you know, even though people are telling me stuff about you, like, I want to try to build a relationship with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to judge you based off of, you know, what other people have said. And so, you know, we had that understanding, and like
And you know, one thing I just thought of that popped in my head, right? The single mother's cheat code, and this is for my real woman. I want my real woman to take note of this, right? You see how the single mother, the hell of a mother, they so don't think, right? They so don't think. They even shiesty to y'all. They don't even let y'all help raise their kid. They don't take no information when it come to manipulating their property, when it come to raising their property. They want all access, all rights, all claim to their property. And it's sad. It's sad. But women that get on here and get triggered by these facts. Teachers are way more about these kids than the fucking parents, because teachers at least know the blueprint. They know a blueprint. Y'all know it's EI versus IQ. And I may come off like if I knock IQ, I'm not knocking IQ ever. I only knock IQ when IQ get cute and try to play like you gotta have this or you gotta have that to know what the fuck is going on. That's the only time I knock IQ. But EI is what you gotta have. EI, emotional intelligence, is what you gotta have to really win. And this is an example of somebody that has IQ but can't even figure it out. She might figure it out now because she quit. So that's a big step in understanding I'm no longer going to be a part of this ways of the world, this wicked ways of the world shit. You know what I mean? You see what happens when you take a check from the devil, he'll always show you who he is. When you make a deal with the devil gonna always show you who he is. No lie.
We only had like a week of school before we got out for Christmas break. And I could just tell with the way that she was, when we came back from Christmas break, eventually she was going to try to buck me. And I was just like, you know, I'm one of those teachers, even with my like worst behaved students, I'm not telling you more than one time to do this. I'm not going to argue with no child. You can't wipe your butt if your mama didn't buy the toilet paper. So I'm literally not going to argue with you. And so that's exactly what happened when we came back from Christmas break. The girl still didn't go, you know, to the alternative school. The situation with her punching the locker next to the teacher's head happened after Christmas break. So after Christmas break, she was absent for like two weeks. And then the third week of school, you know, she finally came back and she got like 5 or 6 write-ups in like 2 days. And the situation with her punching the locker, they were not even gonna write that up. I'm like, y'all didn't write her up for that? And that's how they didn't have enough for the girl to go to alternative school, because nobody would write her up. I'm like, it was one teacher that he would write her up consistently, and they treated him like he was just bothering her. I'm like,
of course they're not gonna write her up because they don't give a fuck about it. They getting head counts. This is just like child support. They don't care who right or wrong. They don't care if the father is one of those dads that don't mind paying, that will work something out with the woman, that you ain't even got to go here. Y'all ain't even got to get in our business. They don't care. They just care about the head count, the number. Everybody is a number. You know what I mean? And we have these mothers that don't see that. How can you not see that? What can this... If the children is our future and the children is our prize, I love my child, how can you not see the dangers you put them in? Like, how can you not see that? I know how can you not see that when you engulfed in still stroking your own ego. And that's the problem with these modern women, mothers, hell of a mothers. They still caught up in being valedictorian prom queen. They think they still got it. And it's not supposed to be about you, sis. Not supposed to be about you, queen. So that's why when you get triggered by what I say, that's your business. Especially those of you that got kids, because you's a fool. What you think you sending your kid out there for? What do you think you sending your kid out there to meet? I don't give a fuck where you tried to garner him into. Like, where you try to shelter him in at. When you send young Jesus Christ in them sandals outside, who you think out there? That's the majority that we talking about. That offend you so much. And that's what I'm talking about, guys. Y'all gotta use your head. Ladies, y'all gotta use your head, bro. The course of entry is criticism. And that means even if they gotta criticize you, at least you in there, at least you enter to at least win. And stop running from it.
He's not doing anything to her. The stuff that she's doing, if any other student was doing that, we would say something to them. But people were like scared of this child, because rightfully so. And so they would not say anything to her. And I'm like, that is not okay. She cannot run rampant around this whole school like this. This is not okay. And so I went to the teacher, because the person that she punched the locker next to his head was a sub. So I went to the teacher, that the other like actual teacher that saw it. I was like, hey, did y'all write this up? And she was like, no. And I was like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, this is how we're going to get her to the alternative school, because she has to learn there's consequences to your actions. Up until this point in time, y'all teaching her she can just do whatever the hell she wants to, and nothing is going to happen to her. And so the teacher, I was like, you need to write this up as like physical and hostile acts toward a school employee. Well, the teacher went in and put it in the system as insubordination and as destruction of property. And I'm like, why would you put it in as? So I'm like, there's no way she's going to alternative school for destruction of property and insubordination. And I'm like, why would you not put that in as physical and hostile acts? She literally, his head was like right there. She literally, that was a threatening act toward him, right? She told the ALC teacher, the in-school suspension teacher, that she was gonna swing on her. The in-school suspension teacher quit. So you got people dropping like flies because y'all are not giving this child any.
Keep it real. You got the mother making the kids worship them like if they God. And then they, in return, not acting like they God. They acting like some punk pussies because they done ran the dad off. And now they got to keep with their little storyline of, oh, it's me and you. And because your dad don't want to be here, it's me and you. So they got to run with that little weak-ass storyline with the kid. So now the kid know I got her in the pocket. Who the fuck can tell the kid something? Nobody. You know what I mean? So y'all got to start speaking up. Y'all got to start telling ACS, go to these kids' house. Why ACS don't go to little disrespectful kids' house? Why do y'all always go to the families that got their shit together? Y'all find any reason, ACS and y'all school find any reason. Y'all go to the family that's the kid. These niggas will go to the family of the kid he smell like weed, right? The kid will be a straight A student, but the kid will smell like weed because of course the parents at home smoking around him and shit. And you know what I mean? Shit, get in your closet, stay in your clothes. So they will send ACS to that little motherfucker house, the A student house, but they will not send ACS to the motherfucker running up, shooting up the schoolhouse. Why? Why? Why?
Any concrete consequences. This is not okay. And so when we came back from Christmas break, that situation happened. I knew that she was gonna come in and she was gonna try to book me. And I was like, okay, you know, we gonna get our mind right. So she had to go take a test. And I was like, hey, you need to go down to the cafeteria to take this test. The girl wouldn't go. She was like, I don't want to go down there. I'm like, you have to make this test up. Like, you don't have a choice but to go to the cafeteria to take this test. She would not go. So I called the principal. He didn't answer. So then I texted the principal. And I was like, hey, this child, they just called for makeups to the cafeteria. She will not go. What am I supposed to do?
Imagine working for the school and you call for backup, bro. Imagine like two students decide to jump you one day, bro. And you call for backup and don't nobody pick up. Yo, it gotta suck to be a teacher, bro. It's not worth it, yo. Save yourself. Save yourself. Imagine that shit though. You call for backup, bro. They gas you to jump up out there. You jump up out there. You get in some shit. You call for backup and nobody show up. Man, salute to the brother Dwayne Rhodes for the $3 super chat, man. Much love and appreciation, brother.
No response. Like normal. No response. And so at this point, I'm just like, I don't even like, okay, somebody call me. My phone, crazy. Anyway, so at this point, I was just like, I really don't know what to do. So I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and start teaching my lesson. So I asked the child to sit down. She wouldn't sit down. She went to my door and I was like, do not open that door. She opened the door anyway. And I'm like, I literally just.
You know, it sounds like the teachers are starting to see what us fathers go through with in them houses. It's, you know, we all know, let's not play dumb. We could all play hide the potato if we want. We could play it, but we all know when they get dumb in them cribs and start acting like a fucking toddler. Salute to my God dirty folks, y'all. Y'all go check them out, yo. YouTube, word. We all know how that be. The same way them kids in the school acting. Just like how the mama in them houses acting. And that's why they run the father off. That's how who the fuck want to be sitting there with a fucking victim all day? But where the dad? Where the father? Yeah. Who want to be building with a victim? Somebody that's going to find a reason to play victim every single chance they get? Nah. I would run too. Wash your hands and be done, guys. Wash your hands and be done. They'll do it. Female nature will do it. That's the crazy shit to me, right? Guys be having a hard time breaking attachments and unscrubbing that imprint when female nature is ruthless, bro. Ask about it.
Said, do not open that door. She opened the door anyway. I said, do not walk out of this classroom. She walked out the door anyway. So I step outside and I'm like, hey, what is going on with you today? You're not doing anything that I'm asking you to do. And she's just like, man, you know, I don't want to go in there. I don't want to come in here. I don't even want to be here. I'm like, okay, well, that may be true, but you can't just be out here in the hallway because, you know, you like to roam around this school, which she ain't never get in trouble for. I'm like, you like to roam around this school. You can't just be out here in these streets. Like you got to go to a class. And so I cannot physically make a child come back into my classroom. So I call admin again.
Salute Kevin Smith, and no doubt, and you already know, welcome to class, and we got you, bro. We got you over here, and it's gonna be like that, man. It's gonna be like that, because these women, right, they swear to God, they know how to keep a man, but they wasn't even taught the skills needed to really work with us. They wasn't taught patience. They wasn't taught the difference between attention. Like, ma, you can either entertain a broke nigga or chill and wait for a nigga on his purpose. And that's the big part. You will lose a real woman. Let's keep it real woman. Y'all, I ain't gotta tell y'all keep it real, because that's why y'all over here. That's why y'all fuck with me, because y'all real. But you can lose a real woman, fellas, if you don't play how much attention you give her, and like if you don't play that attention and your purpose game right, how much time you spend on purpose and the attention game right, you'll lose a good woman, bro. That's how real the game is, guys. That's why I tell guys to go MGTOW, learn themselves, learn what they can take, what they can't take, what they like, what they don't like, before they get into these relationships. If they want to maintain a healthy relationship, you got to learn yourself first before you can learn the other person. You know what I mean? Once you learn you, then you start to see everybody. You know what I mean? You start to see everybody. You know what I mean? And especially if you stick your head in the instructions into the cheat code, you stick your head into the instructions into the cheat code, you can match any character walking around this earth with any character in that book, and know their spirit, know their heart, know their nature, know their storyline, know what the fuck they fitting to do. If they're a backstabber, if they're a snake, if they good, wholesome, you can learn all that, guys. I tell you no lies. Y'all know that, bro. I tell you, I bring you facts and statistical data and proof. This woman know your kid better than you know your kid. She's in the school. She's in the field. She's EA Sports in the game, how they say.
Yeah, they answer. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? The girl won't come in here. The girl won't go down to the cafeteria where she's supposed to be. What am I supposed to do? Help me, help you. Like, what can I do? So at this point, I was like, okay, well, are you going to come back in here or are you going to stay outside? And she was like, I told you I didn't want to go back in there. So I was like, at this point, I was just like, this is draining me. She ain't going to do nothing I'm asking her to do. So I was just like, it's other kids in here waiting on me to start teaching. So I just walked back in my classroom, I closed the door. And then like 10 seconds later, I was like, you know that child like to roam the house, and you better cover yourself because you don't want to be in trouble that you let her out of class and she roam the house. So I go out and I open the door and the girl already down the hallway. I'm like, child. So I see her, see her. And I'm like, hey, where you going? I tell her, come back. By this point in time, the teacher that's next door to me sees her on her cell phone. So the teacher tries to take her cell phone. The girl won't give her phone.
Yo, that was a trick ass question right there too, Lee. I like you, yo. I'm mad I don't got I'm mad I don't got my cheering sound effects. See, this is what I like about, and take note, guys. The real women, they want the truth so they can use it to do what they gotta do. The other bitches, they don't like the truth, bro, because the truth remind them. It brings back the guilt, the shame, and the whole fact that they trying to hide it. You know what I mean? So when they see the truth, they running from it. But there's women out there, guys. There's women out there, guys, that want the truth, bro. And what's sad is they'll give you they know the dumb niggas because they done met a dumb nigga. They met a dumb nigga. So they know the dumb niggas. But it's very few. But you know the ones that come to this channel, the ones that fuck with Mr. Good Brad B, I can guarantee you they with it. They with it. They know what it is. They know the order. God, man, woman, child. I don't really mess with any females that don't know the order, bro. I'm not even gonna talk to you, bro. I'm not giving you my time. No, you play delusional. I don't play let's pretend with no female. Let's say that. Let's say it like that. That's why I'm so on social media, on Facebook. That's why they don't understand me. I lose an old so-called friend every day because they try to control and try to change you, or they try to make you do what they want you to do. Talk about what they want you to talk about. And when you don't do it, oh, fuck you. Like, he bashing. Like, nah, you miss me.
Now, our assistant principal, she was scared of him. He was like the only person that she was scared of. So she sees him walking down the hallway, and she finally hands.
And I bet you that was not a black assistant principal. How much do y'all want to put a 1 in the chat if you think that was a non-black assistant principal that got the little girl heart? Because we know who got her mom's heart or whoever raising her heart. We know who they work for. know what I mean? Because again, I'm gonna go easy because she could have a simp stepdad like the one we interviewed yesterday. That's just cool with being a simp. So we not going. You know what I mean? Them niggas is just as toxic for raising kids as these hell of a mothers. You know what I mean? Because they only there for the coochie. They only there to sleep with the mother. They ain't there to teach the kid nothing. They there for in-house coochie and for their crib. They need that shelter. They need that Section 8. Fuck out of here.
The lady her phone and comes walking back toward my class. Well, he went down the stairs, and so she saw that he wasn't up there anymore, and she still refused to come in the classroom. And so I was like, this your last chance. I'm giving you clear verbal instructions that you need to come into my classroom. If you choose not to come in, I'm finna write you up for insubordination. And she's like, why are you about to write me up? I don't understand why you're about to write me up. I'm like, bro, because you ain't doing nothing I'm asking you to do. And so by this point in time, another teacher who I had never seen before comes walking by. Now, for some reason, I thought it was a principal from the high school. And it was not. I later found out it was not a principal from the high school. It was somebody from county office. Okay. So the woman comes walking by. She sees that the child is not listening to anything that I'm saying. So she steps in and she's like, hey, you need to go in your teacher's classroom. She's asking you to go into her classroom. You need to listen to your teacher. So the child, because she be bucking everybody, is looking at the woman like, who the fuck are you talking to? And the woman, it was an older black woman, baby. You don't play with older black women, baby. Okay. So the woman was just like, you need to go in your teacher's class. So the girl was like,
wait, all right. I stand corrected. Y'all know how we do over here. I say this all the time. I am not uncheckable. They had a black supervisor. Okay. So that shows even more disrespect. What do that black supervisor got that your own moms don't got? That black supervisor could get you to listen and go back in that class that your moms don't got.
Like, she just ignored the lady. And the lady was like, okay, so you must want to go home. And she was like, why are you going to send me home? I haven't even done anything. Why do y'all's kids, look at my eyes start twitch. Why do y'all's kids think they ain't did nothing when they, in fact, have done a lot?
Because their mama told them that. No, my child ain't do that. My child ain't do nothing. Remember the video I did where the 11-year-old girl got shot? The 11-year-old girl, she got shot, killed, right there on the corner, Bronx, New York City. And they found the killer being hidden in a hotel with his moms. Moms checked him in a hotel, hiding with him. You know what I mean? Appreciating her last hours with the killer. That's how these hell of a mothers do, bro. And that's the sad part, because it's always going to be a sad moms, which is us, the ones raising our kids with some motherfucking respect and some dignity and some integrity. And then it's going to be them. My child don't do nothing. But you see, with the women and the sisterhood, y'all protect them. Y'all give them the easy pass all the time, because you hear woman, mother. You hear mother and everybody triggered. And then y'all start protecting the motherhood and the sisterhood. And we all know the majority of mothers is not mama loves, bro. The majority of mothers is hell of a mothers. We have mama loves. About 17% of women in every race is mama loves. So it's 17% of black women that are about mama loves, that are mama loves. And then there's the rest, hell of a mothers. Zilla, what up, my guy?
A lot of things. And so the lady was like, because you obviously want to go home because you won't do anything that myself or your teacher is asking you to do. So the woman was like, the child just ignored her, and she balled her fist up like she do when she finna punch a locker. So the child like balls her fist up, and the woman is just looking at her like, okay, child, well, the woman looked like she about that life. So she was just like, okay, ball your little fist up or whatever. And so the woman was like, okay, well, you're not doing what I asked you to do. You're not doing what your teacher asked you to do. So, you can come on and go with me because you're gonna go home. The girl was like, I ain't going nowhere with you. And the lady was like, well, I mean, I obviously can't drag you kicking and screaming down the stairs. The way the inflection in her voice said that she wanted to drag you kicking and screaming down the stairs, but she could not for legal purposes. And so the woman was like, okay, well, I can't make you come. And I looked at her and I'm like, listen, you are escalating this. I looked at the child and I'm like, you escalate this situation this whole time. All you had to do was just come in the class and sit down. Like that was the two things that I was asking you to do. Just come in and just sit down. Like just come. And the child, she just does whatever she wants to. She would not listen. And so the lady leaves and she goes to get the SRO. And at the time, again, I didn't know that was somebody from county office, but it was a lady from county office. So at this point in time, still no principal has come. I have yet to see a principal. Okay. I called the principal like 3 times and nobody coming. Okay. This situation is escalated. Where is the admin at? Ain't nobody coming. And so there's a teacher at our school who is the math instructional coach, she's like everybody's auntie. And she like my auntie. So she come walk down the highway. I'm like, auntie, can you get her? Because she won't, I don't know what to do. So she takes her and she like, come on. So the girl goes with my auntie. And she like, after that situation happened, during third period, I had to go to a meeting. So I left and I go to a meeting. That whole situation like that, the girl got a fist balled up. She told the woman from county office she ain't going nowhere with her. She won't do nothing I'm asking her to do, nothing.
You see, guys, that's that fake masculine shit that they didn't teach them in the hood, how to look scary so that it's a defense mechanism, guys. That all the women run around here acting like they sucking on lemons with their face frowned up to look scary, but want high-value men. How the fuck can you get a high-value man when you look like you finna rob us? We look at you and you look even worse. Like, come on, yo. Like, soon as we look at you, you start fixing your face. You start getting into position to look like an asshole. And it get younger and younger. I see it. I see the little boys try to pick up the young girls, and they get that little frown face first. Like, I heard somebody else say it the other day. Like, who is it? AMS? Like, why when you run down on girls, they always act startled. They with this startled bullshit. Like if they surprised. Nowadays, you gotta give a pre-warning that you gonna holler. Like, such an actor, such actors, that female nature be delusional. I tell you guys, the delusion is crazy.
I come back from my meeting, and where is the child at but sitting in the class? How the hell? How's she in the class? She ain't going to in-school suspension? I mean, I have just never seen I was so mad because that situation in itself was so stressful.
No consequences at home, no consequences at school. Something click in the kid brain like, hey, no consequences. Is this why they shooting in broad daylight now? They not even waiting till the nighttime. When I was young, we had to be in the house before the sunlight was out because in the nighttime, it could go down. But we was playing football in the middle of the street. We had the Johnny pump open, throwing chicks under the pump, on the roof, throwing down water balloons. We was everywhere. This land that God left us was ours, bro. Was ours in the 90s, early 90s. Far behind me. We had it. Boys could be boys. Not no more. Little girls was little girls. Not no more. Little girls are big boys and boys are bitches.
Because I didn't know the woman I knew she was a school employee because she had her badge on, and I knew the way that she walked and talked I thought she was a principal, but she was somebody from county office. That situation itself was so stressful, and the girl had her fist balled up. The lady don't know her. She don't know the lady. I don't know the lady. And I'm just like, is she gonna try to hit this woman? Like what? So that whole situation itself was like super stressful. She didn't listen to me. She didn't listen to the lady from county office, and she wouldn't give the teacher next door to me her cell phone. And so when I got out of that meeting, I walked past the class and I saw that child sitting in the class, and I'm like, how the hell is she just sitting in a class? Why has nothing happened here? Okay, I did not understand. And so later in the day, the math instructional coach that had took her came back and said, you know, the student knows that you're a teacher that really cares about her. She wants to apologize. Child, it was the most backwards apology I have ever heard, the most backwards and threatening apology I have ever heard in all my life.
Welcome to what we get. Yo, this is so interesting, guys, to see the teacher go through what the average father got to go through when he's just trying to communicate with the mother of his child. This is what the fuck we go through. Guys. Those of you that don't have kids, make sure you know why you're having sex, bro. If it's just for a nut, then it's just for a nut and you should have a condom on. And if it's for a family, then the woman that you're sleeping with should have been vetted. You should have vetted that girl, and you should know that she have a father or a masculine male figure in her life that she look up to. All right? It's no excuse. We're getting coochie. Excuse me, comes great responsibility, y'all. Let's stop acting dumb. And for 70-some years, we done heard this storyline. We done heard this stupid ass storyline. Let's stop playing. We don't want to read them instructions. We don't want to read the basic instructions before leaving Earth, which tells us exactly what to do, which tells us to go MGTOW, get on your purpose, build your kingdom so that you can then invite a queen into your kingdom. But you see, we got so many black folks that gave up, our men, that then gave up building. They gave up building and they refused. They will come up with any excuse under the sun not to read the basic instructions so that they building without the instructions. They building shit without the instructions, guys. They out here building shit without the instructions. They putting 23-inch screens on the wall without reading instructions, bro. They blindly, they ain't even got the instructions for the screws. You know what I mean? And that's what's going on. They building shit without reading them instructions. He said to be on our purpose, build our kingdom, then invite a woman into our kingdom. He ain't seen, nowhere in that book do I see we supposed to chill on Eve cloud, bro. Or be in Eve shit, bro. Up in Eve shit. The other one ran off. Lilith ran off on us. The one we chasing and the one we trying to get up in her crib, the one we'll do anything to get up in her crib and take care of her kids. She ran off on us. She clearly told us she don't give a fuck about us. But these are the guys y'all trap yourself in toxic relationships with, guys. And this is the knowledge I run from. Then I had a sucker that shot, a simp sucker that shot at suckers tell me that nothing that I talk is factual from the Bible. I am the fucking Bible. This nigga dumb. But that's because he go to these fruit punch red pill channels that scared to mention where they got their information from, where they get their belief system from, and they think I'm supposed to be like them. No.
So the girl come back and I'm looking like, hey, don't leave me with her by myself, because if she try to hit me, I'm gonna hit her ass back. So come back. And the sad part is that's where teachers are.
I gotta stop you and I gotta disagree with you. It's all gender, because what gender has the custody of the children? Lydia, so you can't do that. You can't do that, Lydia. You can't. Nope. That's wrong. That's an easy talking point to nullify. Nope. It's all gender, because the women who want the credit for being the creator of life, they end up with the custody. And whether the relationship failed or not, whether the man run off that they choose or not, they still end up with the custody. So the results is on them. And especially the ones that's collecting child support checks. You know what I mean? Like, you see how the lines get blurry, because then now that man is accountable for his mistake. Now the rest is on her. And to be collecting child support checks and still be fucking up our community, putting out bad seeds, is a double whammy. But that's Lilith plan. That's Lilith plan.
That's where we are, because y'all not gonna protect us. Y'all gonna protect the kid at all costs. But teachers, we gotta protect ourselves, because y'all will throw us under.
Lydia, we know men too, and we leave them off because then it'll be like stunting on the women, because all the statistics show that when a child has a man in their life, when a child has a father in their life, whether he's a single father or whether that father is with the mother, that child is way more productive. You know what I mean? That child is way more productive. The sucker last night ain't let me get to the actual stats and statistics, because you know how hell of a mothers is. They like to duck and dodge the truth. When you could give them the truth, you could show them the truth, and they still won't believe it. You know, they're gonna send you through the dog and pony show just to see if you tire and give up and cater to their bullshit. When you go through the dog and pony show, never will they still believe you, no matter what you show them through the dog and pony show, because women are designed to see what they want to see, believe what they want to believe. That's one of the traits that women got to get out their bone. They got to stop picking niggas off potential, and they got to stop living in this fantasy of seeing it for what they want it to be. Or it should be like this. The world should be nice. Everybody should be working together. It should be exactly how the Bible written it up. But it's not like that. It is like this. It is like this. What we show you. What we show you. And you know, I call it right down the middle. I just did the joint on Blueface with the hell of a son hitting his moms or watching his moms get beat up. And that was bad behavior. And we called that out. We said that was some sucker simp shit. And none of the men that was in that predicament jumped on there and got triggered. Like, no, I hit my mom because she was wrong. No, you see, because men learn in silence, like how God asked y'all to do. But no, women got to always make it about them because of women. But everybody was given their own name. You know what I mean, Lydia? Your name, Lydia. Your name, not woman. Your name, not modern woman, unless you make it. You see how that works?
To the bus and run over us with it. And so she still ends up leaving. The girl tries to apologize. And I just was like, you know, your behavior was like, you know, unacceptable. Like you can't act like that. And the girl was like, I told you I was having a bad morning and you knew I didn't want to go in there. And I'm like, is this an apology or am I on trial? Like, and so at that point I was just like, I know the child not coming to apologize. And I'm like, just go ahead, finish what you got to say and then go on about your business. So that's when the child looks at me and says, and if they would have took me out of here in handcuffs, when I came back, me and you would have been fighting for real. I said, okay, go on where you're supposed to be. Go on. Because at this point, you a threat to me. I don't want you around me because I'm gonna have to defend myself, and I'm a grown woman, so they gonna throw me under the bus. They gonna defend you if you swing on me and I hit you back. They gonna defend you. They not gonna defend me. So go on to where you need to go. And even when the instructional coach came to get her after the crazy situation with that lady, I looked at her and I was talking to her. I was like, you cannot act like this. That woman from that lady who either was a principal or somebody, you had your fist balled up like you was finna swing on the lady. So she mad at me and she got her fist balled up like she finna swing on me. And so our black people, when we finna get to fighting, everybody that's black know that when you finna get to fighting, you take your stance. Okay. So shoot,
that shit crazy, yo. Listen to what we listening to. Lee, I'm definitely gonna get back to you. Before this live finish, I'm gonna read those stats off. And I'm gonna read those stats off to you. And I got some stats that show stats for single dads too, and how it's nothing like the moms. Do you know that the mother in the mother's custody, the children are killed 2 more children deaths, casualties in single mother's possession over the single dad's possession is doubled to the single mother, and I mean that them numbers are boasted because, like I said, with the issue you can't avoid, the mothers have the custody of these kids. So you know what I mean, it's just certain things that 1 + 1 got to be 2. We can't make it anything else other than 2. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna get to those.
She had her fist ball.
But do y'all hear what's going on right now, y'all? Like it's about to be a straight up war. Like these teachers is really clipping up, ready to fight students, ready to fight the students.
They gonna defend you if you swing on me and I hit you back. They gonna defend you. They not gonna defend me. So go on to where you need to go. And even when the instructional coach came to get her after the crazy situation with that lady, I looked at her and I was talking to her. I was like, you cannot act like this. That woman from that lady who either was a principal or somebody, you had your fist balled up like you was finna swing on the lady. So she mad at me and she got her fist balled up like she finna swing on me. And so our black people, when we finna get to fighting, everybody that black knows when you finna get to fighting, you take your stance, okay? So shoot, she had her fist balled up. She was turned to the side like she was gonna try to punch me. So I pulled my pants up and I turned to the side like, what's up? You better not try to swing on me. So the instructional coach, of course, ended up taking her. And so that's like later was when she came back and did her little backwards apology or whatever. And I was just like, this child is, y'all are not giving her any consequences for her actions. That's why she keep doing these things. The girl practically ran the whole 7th grade. Like what when the teacher that I replaced quit, he had some snacks in his cabinet. The girl towed the door off the hinges of the cabinet because she wanted them snacks that was in there. This child is out of control. And I was to the point where I did not know what to do because nothing was being done. And when I say nothing, the people that I work with can attest to, they know exactly what child I'm talking about. They can attest to the fact that nothing was done about this child. And so I was to the point where I did not know what to do. I was not trying to go over my assistant principal's head, but I was just like, I don't know what to do. So I texted one of our other principals and I was like, hey, I need some advice because this child is a threat to these other kids in here. She pushed the boy out of his.
And Lee, hold on, Lee, you got some numbers for us too, because we got to come back to the channel because you got some statistics that we need to go over. When we was in COVID, the numbers really showed and reflected. See, now we up out of that COVID joint, but we gonna go back. Lee, you gotta come. Remember, you invited, always invited. Your knowledge is so useful to black men, but you gotta come back because you in the field that this channel is all about. You in the psychiatric field, if I'm not mistaken, and you seen the numbers spike because the custody was belonging to the moms. That's not our fault. That's not that's not. You can't blame who's awarded the custody when these mothers want the custody. They having the kids to have the custody. The mothers we're talking about. Again, let's not blur the lines between a hell of a mother and a mama love. You know what I mean? Mama loves should never be fighting for these hell of a mothers just because of the mother title. You know what I mean? No.
Desk and told another one she was gonna throw him out the window. And I looked at her and I was like, why would you say that? I was like, if you throw him out the window, he's gonna die. And she was like, I don't care. Oh, okay. He gonna die.
Facts. I see that, Zilla.
Okay.
I see the.
And so it was just a lot of stuff. And I was like, listen, she is a threat to me. If she put her hands on me, I'm gonna be a threat to her. Y'all gotta move her. Y'all gotta move her to another class. So they took her and they put her in the library until they could figure out where she was gonna go. Because I told them that she threatened me when she said what she said about how me and her was gonna get to fighting when she came back if they would have took her out of their handcuffs. I have never in my 4 years teaching been threatened by a student. I said, no. I said no. So the girl, they take her to the library, okay? The child is in the library with her laptop doing only God knows what. And a student comes in the library, like a straight A student that don't never get in trouble, comes in the library and needs to get a laptop. Well, the child told the child that came in, you can have my laptop. She hands the girl the laptop. The little girl walks out of there with the laptop and gets to her class. She opens up the laptop. It's a dime bag of weed sitting on top of the laptop that the crazy child from my class just handed her. The girl raises her hand to tell the teacher because she was like, I just got this laptop from the library. Like, there's something in here. That child, she could have got that child in trouble. She could have got that child. This is too, no. The child should have already had enough infractions that she should have been gone to be free.
And it wouldn't matter what that child do, yo. Minus making a mass shooting, an active shooting situation, they making money off that child, yo. They could care less. The school system is the prison system for kids. You know that. You know that. You took the oath. You took the oath. And it's sad. Yo, again, what I want to side note, guys, like I say, guys, I appreciate the real women that comment and like engage rather than sit there and then form an opinion. That's why I so appreciate the women like Lee. You know what I mean? I don't know where Dawn at, but I know Dawn probably listening. And a couple of other ladies that come on over. And just because y'all comment, don't think y'all going to get attacked. Because when you learn yourself, guys, not everything, you get that hell of a sun energy out of you to where everything not disrespectful. You see, a lot of us, we lack communication skills ourselves as men. Because as soon as a woman say something, right, because she might be misinformed or miseducated on a topic, you jump at her like if she coming at you sometimes. When you don't got to do that, you communicating. So you take it in, you try to see where she get it from, why she think like that, and then you give your talking point. And it ain't about right or wrong, but you give a person a chance to learn, and then they give it back, and things like that happen. You know what I mean? Things like that happen. Like you right, Mr. Gabriel, like, because all you doing is reminding people things that might have slipped their mind. You know what I mean? Because everybody go into communication wanting to be right. Communication ain't about right and wrong. It's about learning. It's about learning. And that's why I'm not really a good arguer. Those of y'all that saw last night, salute to my fucking good breads. Because y'all showed out for the kid. Y'all got me. Y'all motivated me through that. I don't do that. All that cursing, loud mouth, loud talking over. Abraham don't do that. I don't need to do that. Nobody that ever tried to play me, step on my toes, ended up in a better position than me in life. Fuck all this social media shit. We talking about in life. So I'm very secure in who I am and what I do and what I bring to the table. So salute to my fucking good breads, because that arguing shit just wasn't me.
Freaking alternative school. You telling people you gonna swing on them. You done told the ALC teacher you gonna swing on her. You punching lockers right next to people's head. You got to go. What kind of structure and system are y'all running around here that y'all let a child run rampant like that the whole damn semester? No. You got a child out here threatening teachers. Do y'all not get them? So no, I told. So that whole situation in itself was crazy. On top of the sitting there, the girl did end up going to the alternative school, but baby had to fight tooth and nail to get her there.
And Zilla, you on point, man. You on point, man. She not fit to be an educator, but remember, we in the era where babies is raising babies and babies is educating the babies. So, you know what I mean? If it fall right in line, you see it? That's the system. The system is that our sisters are not swift enough, and they're supposed to be the most educated things moving because they're the most enrolled. You know what I mean? But they're supposed to be the most educated thing moving, but their emotional, their biology, because they're so emotional, they can't sift past the truth, because the truth come change, and with change come more work. That's a whole nother hat you got to put on. Self-improvement is a whole nother hat a female will have to put on. And these females done already trapped themselves in putting a man's hat on. A mother job is a full-time job. So that's 2 hats already. And then they go put the other hat on and try to keep up with the times, keep up with everybody else. So this is why they running ragged. This is why they feeling so, and they all controlled of their emotions. They all controlled of their emotions. And that's the unemotional intelligence in women. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It don't matter how street smart a female is. If she unemotionally intelligent, she can be controlled and manipulated through her emotions. And that's what government Satan Zaddy figured out. So that's a gem right there for those of y'all. Clip that. Clip that, ladies. Don't ever say I didn't tell y'all or teach y'all nothing. That's why my post is triggering. To have y'all look like, you hear me? But I do understand that because some of y'all is highly delusional, headed straight into hallucination, that triggering post is gonna offend y'all to where y'all just shun the information. It don't matter because you wasn't gonna be able to apply the information anyway. It's that deep. I'm telling you, you wasn't gonna be able to apply it. You are so deep into your delusion, going into hallucination, they wouldn't be able to apply it if they tried, real women. So I salute to the real woman again.
And one of the other admin was like, she should have already been gone. And I'm like, I know. Why would you let a student like that? That child was a threat to all those other kids at this school. It was football players, big football players that were scared of this girl. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is why y'all have teachers quitting. Because when that situation when that situation happened with that girl, I called the principal and I told him what was going on with her. He don't look at me and say, did you call her mama? Child, I almost, oh my God. Now I know I ain't got a lot of salvation. Okay, it's hanging on by a thread, but I almost lost a little bit of salvation that I got when he asked me, did you call her mama? What? The girl is tearing up school property. She got reefer in her laptop. What call her mama gonna do? Because I know y'all done call her mama 1,000 times in one. It was like a slap in the face. Did you call her mom? Did you not hear the psychotic situation?
They are playing on their helpers' intelligence. See how the teachers are puppets? The teachers are puppets. They can't even do nothing, yo. They're tied to a string. That's sad. And they do this. It's no job that I would do just for a little check, just to live a little bit richer than the rest of the poor folks and still be poor because I got mad debt now. So now I gotta live this lifestyle because everybody know I'm a teacher. I teach the students, so I can't live like the students. So now you trap yourself and become a slave to a lifestyle, debt, and stress. Nah, man. Nope. Can't pay me enough for that.
I was just in with her. Did you call her mama? Take her with you. Take her with you. Take her with you. Take her with you. I mean, the way that teachers have to defend themselves for anything to happen to a child that is out of control, like for us to even get them where they don't make no sense. I had a child at the end of the school day throw a pencil, and I turned around. He was in the hallway, and I turned around, and he threw a pencil, and it hit me in the chest. That pencil could hit me in the face. Baby, I marched down there, and I looked him dead in his face. I said, "Don't you ever throw nothing at me ever again in your life, because I'm not the 1, 2, or 3. You better play with your mama. Don't you ever." And I told him, I said, "I taught you last year. You know dang well not to throw nothing at me. Y'all kids are out of control." That same child that threw something at me punched the sub in the back of the head the next day.
Yo, that's Armageddon in that school, yo. What the fuck going on? And this is crazy. No teacher should have to go through that, parents. No teacher should have to go through that, parents. That's sad. And fuck parents, because I hate when the news do that. Single mothers, yo, get your kid, yo. Get your fucking problem, yo. And you know another reason why women got to stop defending these single mothers, because the single mothers from the last generation is the reason why you stuck with a problem right now. Is the reason why you got to watch my show in private. You want to ask me so many questions because you know I'm hitting, but your boyfriend going to think you want to fuck. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, because your simp-ass boyfriend going to think you want to fuck because you want to educate yourself, and you know you with a little lame nigga, but you done bought in to the consumerism. Ladies, yo, wake up, yo, wake up. The attack is on y'all. The attack is on y'all. But yeah, yo, Zilla, that show was crazy last night, man. Homie only get credit for pulling up, because I thought he was going to be soft. It started on Facebook. I'm working on a video now to show the whole story. You know what I mean? Where I'm going to edit it and shit. I'm going to show the whole story. Because it started on Facebook. He tagged me and my guy upper management in a post early yesterday morning. I woke up to that shit. And you know, I'm troll master. You know what I mean? I'm a recovering Pookie. So it was crazy that Pookie tried to play with me. That's all that was. It was super Pookie versus Pookie. You know what I mean? I'm a recovering Pookie. You know what I mean? So I had to revert. I had to go back into the Raptors last night and grab my Pookie jersey out of there and be Pookie Alpha Pookie last night. But it was a hell of a show, and it just go to show you guys what I tell you. The hell of a sons. He was one of the niggas that she talking about. He was one of them niggas that was in school playing gangster to the teachers. You know what I mean? He was Tupac, the teacher was Biggie. You know what I mean? That's what they do. That's what hell of a sons do. Y'all heard him? He told on his whole self. He raised himself. The streets raised him. You know what I mean? His mom's was excellent. He had that mama love. And he chose to be stupid. He chose to be dumb. Like I tell you all the time.
Out of control. Y'all wonder why teachers are walking out in droves, why we don't give y'all no 2 weeks notice, why we just walk out the door, baby, because this stuff that and admin, I don't know if it's because y'all are far removed from the classroom or something and y'all ain't got to sit in there with them, baby, I don't know. But something has got to give, or these parents, y'all finna be teaching y'all kids at home. Because y'all ain't finna have no teachers. Y'all finna be teaching y'all kids at home. Some of y'all's kids are terrible. They absolutely terrorize these teachers.
And if it go down like that, that's gonna be dope. Because that's gonna be God will. That's one of God wills. This school shit is a business. All they did was take everything God had us doing on manual and made a business side of it. Made it into some entertainment shit for their benefit only, not our benefit, for their benefit. So it would really behoove us and benefit us to educate our own kids. But you see, the women, since the women are the majority, and we know the majority are modern women, they ain't got time to be schooling the kid. This is what we pay this is what our taxes pay you guys for. So they think. You know what I mean? And that's sad. That's a sad way to look at it. Sad way to look at it. When they whole skill set revolve around raising the kid right. A woman is designed to raise a kid right, y'all. No lie. You not fucking with a woman in her natural habitat, which is that house. You not fucking with a woman in that house. That's why, ding ding, you not supposed to get caught in her house, bro. You supposed to have a house. You supposed to have a crib. And that's when she can really innate on her natural God-given ability of turning your crib into a castle, bro. That's their God-given task. Their God-given task is not to build the house. Their God-given task is to design the house. Fool. But my alphas know what time it is.
And them folks out there, them people out there talking about if there's no such thing as a bad kid, shut the hell up. Please shut up. Please shut up. Please shut up. Please shut up. That's your stupid ass perspective. That's fine. It's not fine. But if that's your perspective, well, there's no bad kids, just bad decisions. Okay. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Well, when one of them throw a chair at you, let me know if that was just a bad decision or they're just being bad or they're a bad kid. You let me know. Because I seen a video the other day, these kids throwing chairs at this teacher. And you know the teacher, because he threw a chair back. They threw a chair and hit that man in the head when his head was bleeding. That's
fucked up. That's
what
dangerous.
Do y'all do with y'all kids at home is what I'm trying to understand.
That's assault.
What do y'all do with y'all's kids at home?
Right.
Y'all's kids, do y'all know what y'all children do at home? Because my mom would have snatched my trachea out my throat.
I'm glad you asking, because when I ask, they get offended. They, why you so mean? You hating. Fuck I'm hating for. I'm an educator. I'm not a hater. Them niggas that tell you the shit that you like to hear, those are your haters, fool.
If I would have acted like this. If I would have acted like that. Again, I say, admin is scared of county office. County office is scared of the parents. The parents are scared of the kids, and the kids ain't scared of nobody. Something has got to give. These schools are out of control. Y'all losing. Let me know if that was just a bad decision.
I gotta play that back, yo. That's verse of the year right there.
You let me know.
Verse of the year right there.
Because I seen a video the other day, these kids throwing chairs at this teacher. You know the teacher, because he threw a chair back. They threw a chair and hit that man in the head when his head was bleeding. What do y'all do with y'all kids at home is what I'm trying to understand. What do y'all do with y'all's kids at home? Y'all's kids, do y'all know what y'all children do at home? Because my mom would have snatched my trachea out my throat if I would have acted like this. If I would have acted like that. Again, I say, admin is scared of county office. County office is scared of the parents. The parents are scared of the kids, and the kids ain't scared of nobody. Something has got to give. These schools are out of control. Y'all losing good teachers, and y'all don't care. They don't care. The people that have the power to change things, y'all work and live in marble buildings every day, all day. How can you relate to the common man? You can't. You can't. It don't affect you financially, so you don't care. It don't affect you financially, so you don't care. But what I'm telling you is your teachers across these United States are out here struggling and suffering, and y'all don't give a damn. Y'all don't care because it don't take no money out your pocket.
You know she quit. You know she quit. Because you know she quit. They'll be ready to strike. The border editor strike her YouTube channel down with a heartbeat. But she giving y'all inside information. You know what I mean? That's why I tell you, don't be hating on folks. You study these folks. You learn from these folks, especially the celebrities and the ones that been in the loop on the go down. How does shit go down? You can learn a lot from a dummy, yo. Remember that. We learned a lot last night. We learning a lot today.
It's not right. I'm sad in my heart for the teachers that can't walk away. And I could walk away. I could financially afford to walk away. It's teachers in these schools that are suffering, and I mean suffering, and they can't walk away. Some of y'all parents reevaluate what you doing, man. Y'all's kids are fucking terrible at school. It don't make no sense. And y'all got teachers that it's only a certain amount of good classroom management that can be done. Because some of this stuff, it don't matter how good your classroom management is, it don't matter how good your relationships are. If kids know they don't have no consequences to their actions, baby, they're gonna do the food. Which is what a lot of these kids are doing because y'all make excuses for them. I sat in a freaking IEP meeting with a parent and she blamed us for everything. Ma'am, your child is sitting here asleep right next to you. If he sleeps sitting here next to you, what the hell you think he doing here in my class? He's all these people in here from county office in here for him, he sleep.
Incredible.
I'm like, y'all gotta take some personal responsibility, man. Y'all put all this blame on teachers. Hear me when I say y'all, we real people too.
It's the accountability. They don't take accountability themselves. So how can they teach accountability? Remember, a poor person can't teach you how to get rich. A hater can't teach you how to love. Somebody that's non-accountable for their actions, they ain't never do nothing wrong. It's always somebody else. Can't teach a kid how to take up for their actions, own up to some shit. Never.
And it's only so much we gonna be able to deal with. Because y'all got parents up here trying to run up on teachers. Baby, if your mama come up here and try to run up on me, I will literally drag her through this parking lot. Like literally in the car riding line and everything. Because as a teacher, we have a right to defend ourselves. And some of these principals, y'all will let these parents run up on these teachers. And I cannot understand it. Where does it change? How does it change? Now, I might not be a teacher no more, but baby, I'm finna make some noise. Because this is outrageous. This is absolutely outrageous. The amount of teachers that have sent me their stories to my inbox about the horrific things that they have to deal with. My friend called me the other day, saying he worked at a school where they have a substitute teacher that's 7 months pregnant. And a child told her, she asked the child to sit down. The child told her, shut the fuck up talking to me. So the teacher asked the child to step outside, and she tried to talk to her. The child got mad at the teacher and told her, that's why I hope somebody push you down the stairs and you lose your baby. What kind of kids are y'all raising? What in a child's mind? And y'all make excuses for these children. Y'all make a lot of excuses. Well, did she have an IEP? Did she need her safe person? Listen, I'm not a teacher no more, so I can say this. Just because a child has an IEP does not give them a license to do whatever the hell they want to. Stop making excuses for these kids. An IEP, the individualized education plan, is to support their education so that they may succeed not allow them to do whatever the hell they want to and wreak havoc on the school because they have an IEP. No, please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. It's not cute and it's not okay.
And that's a fact. You see how they run? You can't give a black person an L, man. You can't give them no excuse to hide bad behavior, bro. You give a black person an excuse to hide bad behavior, they're going to run with it and turn themselves into a victim. And we all know once you turn yourself into a sheep, you is capable and liable of getting ate. You know what I mean? And don't know real man wanna be with a liability. You know what I mean? Women turn themselves into sheep. And then that's becoming once you as a woman turn yourself into a sheep, you'll become a liability to a man with value. You know what I mean? Of course you're gonna have your little simps like last night that impregnate you and all that. You know what I mean? Give you exactly what you're looking for, a baby to love on you. And then, you know what I mean, you'll be with that same story. And it'll be true though. It'll be true. But you knew that. So you still gotta be accountable of that. Because you listen to these informations, you ignored them, and you chose to do what you wanted to do. When I'm not sitting up here playing like I know everything. I just know what I read. I know what I study. I know what the facts say. That's it. I'm not trying to stand on nobody's shoulders ever. I don't give a fuck if you listen or you don't. Shit. Don't do me no well. Your blessings ain't my blessings.
And you got people out here, teachers just complaining all the time. I don't understand why teachers are always complaining. Because y'all don't work in these schools with y'all badass kids. Even y'all don't want to deal with y'all kids. But where y'all finna be at, this is where you finna be at. You finna be teaching your kids yourself. Because you ain't finna have no teachers. That's what you finna be doing. About 2 years from now, we gonna see where we at. Because we got teachers walking out in droves, and y'all do not care. Y'all don't care, y'all don't care, y'all don't care. Y'all don't care until y'all gonna have to teach y'all damn kids at home by yourself. That's when y'all gonna care. This when y'all gonna care. When it affects your pocketbook, when it affects your money, this when y'all gonna care. Because who is gonna keep putting themselves in a toxic and chaotic environment? No, nobody's sane. And I'm sad for the teachers who they are suffering and they cannot afford to walk away. They can't quit. I've had teachers messaging me, asking me, I can't walk away. What can I do to survive? And I'm like, friend, I don't know. I don't know. I have cried with you and I have cried for you. And I wish to God that I could find a solution, but even I don't know what the damn solution is. I don't know. But even though I don't know the solution, I know it's not right. And hear me when I say I'm not trying to demonize admin. Everything is not admin's fault. Just like it's some trash admin out here, it's some trash teachers out here. But I'm saying the system in itself is jacked up. The system in itself is jacked up. There's an admin in my school turned around and hollered in a teacher's face. This woman old enough to be your damn mama. How dare you scream and holler in her face? She's old enough to be your mother. Show her some freaking respect. And not only is she old enough to be your mother, but she's at work every day. She comes to work every day faithfully. She was trying to tell you about a situation that was happening with kids, disrespectful kids in the hallway, and you're going to turn around and scream and holler in her face 2 times? I'm happy you hollered in her face and not mine, because that would have been my last day after I cussed your ass out. Y'all have to show these people some respect. How long are people, are teachers supposed to let y'all just keep shitting on us and we just keep on taking it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Y'all, I mean, at some point in time, no. And I almost am like, okay, well, maybe I was supposed to go back to teaching so that I could have the experience that I had, so that I could relate to teachers that are out here suffering, so that I could speak up for them. Because some of these teachers, they can't say, they will lose their job if they say what they're dealing with at school. I don't work for y'all no more. I'm going to say exactly what they can't say. That this some bullshit.
And I feel her. And let's get to these stats real quick, guys. I don't want to hold y'all too much longer, but I do want to get to these stats. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're still in the chat, Lee. You know what I mean? Put a 1 if you're still in the chat. But regardless, I'm going to go through these stats and you'll just catch it on the playback. All right, let's get into it. I'm gonna try to pull it up to the screen. Y'all just take, you know what I mean, try to see it. Try to see it. I'll have it on Facebook. I'll screenshot it and then post it on my Facebook. That'll give you guys a reason to go on over to the Facebook let's get to these stats. I'm gonna make the screen bigger. Where we at? Yeah. All right, I think that's the biggest. They're gonna let me get it. All right, guys. So it's a quench. It's an eye quench, but you can fact check everything I'm saying by screenshotting on your phone, and then go into your little magnifying glass for those of you that got the iPhones. All right. Kids raised by single moms. See facts and statistics below. 63% of youth suicides are from fatherless homes. U.S. Department of Health census. That is 5 times the average. And guys, keep in mind that these numbers are from 2017. We are in 2022. And you don't play with me if you're going to sit here and be like, well, those ain't valid because the numbers could be lower. You know damn well these numbers is higher. Now, that's, if anything we're going to debate how much higher. If you have an argument, you want to argue that they're the same. They still the same. The numbers are still the same. You have no argument that these numbers are incorrect. All right? Miss me with that bullshit. 63% of youth suicides are from fatherless homes. U.S. Department of Health census. That's 5 times the average. 90% of homeless and runaway children are from fatherless homes. That's 32 times the average. 85% of children who show behavior disorders come from fatherless homes. That's 20 times the average. That's from the Center for Disease Control. 80% of rapists with anger problems come from fatherless homes. 14 times the average. That comes from the Justice and Behavior Department. 71% of all high school dropouts come from fatherless homes. That is 9 times the average. National Principal Association reports. Father factor in education. Now, this are the father factor. This is when the father is in the picture. Fatherless children are twice as likely to drop out of school. That's a father factor right there. That's one without. That's without a father. Fatherless children are twice as likely to drop out of school. Children with fathers are 40%. Children with fathers who are involved are 40% less likely to repeat a grade in school. Children with fathers who are involved are 70% less likely to drop out of school. Children with fathers who are involved are more likely to get A's in school. Children with fathers who are involved are more likely to enjoy school and engage in extracurricular activities. 75%, and that's not a slot or a slight to any of the moms, that the soccer moms that take their son to sports, that know that have a little bit of sense and know better to get their kid to match some type of masculinity, because a coach is just as good as a dad and better than a stepdad, even better than a stepdad, and just as good as a dad, a coach. If you're going to take this I don't need a man route, at least invest in your child and stop being a cheapo buying them cheap ass wigs. All right, put the money up to invest. Put the 400 up. Just because it's 400, he got to pay for equipment. The sport got to run itself. Nowadays, the system done drink these programs that our children could play in and really be boys in, to the point where you got to pay. Ain't nothing free. Stop looking for the freebie all the time, sis. You know what I mean? 75% of all adolescents patients in chemical abuse centers come from fatherless homes. That's 10 times the average. father factor in drug and alcohol abuse. Researchers at Columbia University found that children living in two-parent households with a poor relationship with their father are 68% more likely to smoke, drink, or use drugs. Now, why would he have a poor relationship with his father if his father is in the household? If the order is God, man, woman, and child. You know what I mean? Did she pick a simp? Or are we gonna run with this all men? Get out of here. Miss me with the dumb shit. 70% of youth in state-orientated institutes come from fatherless homes, 9 times the average, according to the U.S. Department of Justice. 85% of all youth in prison come from fatherless homes. That's 20 times the average. That's according to the Fulton County, Georgia, Texas Department of Corrections. Father factor in incarceration. And I know nobody from New York gonna sit here and try to say that, oh, that's Texas. I know we're not gonna play dumb with that. It is Texas Department, but our numbers is probably crazy. I know our numbers is crazy. We're gonna get to that. I got a video coming with the actual New York statistics. You know what I mean? It's coming. Father factors in incarceration. Even after controlling for income, youths in father-absent households still had significant higher odds of incarceration than those in mother-father families. Youths who never had a father in household experienced the highest odds. A 2002 Department of Justice survey of 7,000 inmates revealed that 39% of jail inmates lived in mother-only households. Approximately 46% of jail inmates in 2002 had a previously incarcerated family member. 1/5 experienced a father in prison or jail. Father factor in crime. A study of 109 juvenile offenders indicated that family structure significantly predicts delinquency. Adolescents, particularly boys in single-parent families, were at higher risk of status, property, and person delinquencies. Moreover, students attending school with a high proportion of children of single parents are also at risk. A study of 13,986 women in prison shows that more than half grew up without their father. 42% grew up in a single mother household, and 16% lived with neither parent. Father factor in child abuse. Compared to living with both parents, living in a single parent home doubled the risk that a child will suffer physical, emotional, or educational neglect. The overall rate of child abuse and neglect in single parent households is 27.3% children per 1,000, whereas the rate of overall maltreatment in two-parent households is 15.5 per 1,000. All right, let me read that again, because now I'm reading like a 5th grader and shit. The overall rate of child abuse and neglect in single-parent households is 27.3% children per 1,000, whereas the rate of overall maltreatment in two-parent households is 15.5 per 1,000. Daughters of single parents without a father involved are 53% more likely to marry as teenagers, 711% more likely to have children as teenagers, 164% more likely to have premarital birth, and 92% more likely to get divorced themselves. Bingo, that's right there is the generational curse in Black America. That right there is where, that's the statistic where I will drive home, I will print that. Daughters of single parents without a father involved are 53% more likely to marry as teenagers. We know that unplanned shit leads to loneliness. Jumping right in without educating yourself leads to stupidity. You know what I mean? And can't nobody stupid educate you. Can't nobody living in La La Land themselves teach you how to do the right thing in reality. Remember that. Adolescent girls raised in a two-parent home with involved fathers are significantly less likely to be sexually active than girls raised without involved fathers. 43% of U.S. children live without their father. That's according to the U.S. Department of Census. 90% of fatherless and runaway children are from fatherless homes, according to the U.S. DHHS Bureau of Census. 80% of the R word motivated with displaced anger come from fatherless homes. And that percentage right there is our beta males in the manosphere, guys. Let's call it right down the middle. That percentage, 80% of R word motivated with disciplined anger come from fatherless homes. That was Sir last night. Sir last night. You know what I mean? And what it proved, that statistics show you a lot. Statistics don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Numbers dictate the behavior, right? They tell you LeBron is this, his stats show that he this. When his stats start declining and he not putting up the numbers that he once was, then we know he this, he that, and he not in his prime. That's why stats is important. That's why numbers are important. That's why you can lie and eat crab legs to yourself all you want and talk about these are my opinions. Yes, my opinions happen to be facts. And okay, being that they are my opinions, ain't everybody entitled to their opinion? Don't we all get in it? We right? Ain't that free speech? We're all entitled to an opinion, right? You see how the world is so controlling? We live in a controlling world where they want to control you and manipulate you. They see you building something, but now they want to show you how to build. I tell them, build your own thing. Don't, rather than strive for me, build your own thing. Show me something. You feel? If you don't like what I'm saying, you don't like how I deliver what I deliver and how I do it, then do your own thing, bro. And that's word. That's word. But guys, I'ma definitely have this. I'ma have these stats. I'm not sitting and read all this shit, man. I told y'all I read books, and I read this shit already. I'm not sitting here to read this shit to y'all, yo. Again, but I'm gonna have these posted on my community tab. That's where I'm gonna take these to. Yeah, I'm gonna post these on my YouTube community tab. So stop by. I'm gonna have all this nice information, guys. So those of you that need that, check back for the reference. Whenever you arguing with somebody that's in a delusion, and you know they like to come with emotions, and emotions, what we always say, feelings are not facts. Feelings are not facts. And I mean, we all know what we want this world to be and how we wish this world would be, but unfortunately, it's not that. It's not that. And we got to see things for what it is. We can no longer live for this fantasy shit and for what we want it to be. That get us in a lot of trouble, because then we start picking people thinking that they're gonna change. You know what I mean? See, ladies, see how y'all do? Y'all live in this fantasy world. Y'all never want to snap out to what really it is, and y'all start picking the potential in niggas. And then now y'all gotta force yourself to force the nigga to change into this character that y'all already made up in your head. And that's not how guys operate. That's not how guys operate. And fellas, guys, don't be working and operating in a delusion yourself. That's female nature. Get back to the guy nature. Get back to the guy in you. Reconnect with your Holy Spirit, y'all. That's all it is, guys. We gotta come clear. We gotta come clean, bro. Therapy is okay, guys. Therapy is okay. Therapy is okay. Talking to yourself is okay, guys. Because you're really not talking to yourself. You're talking to God. Somebody listening. You feel me? But you got to clear your subconscious mind. Information is at abundance, right? And there's so much false information out there. Don't take in one of these beliefs and take it into your subconscious mind and hold it as a truth, as a fact. And it's bullshit, bro. You're looking crazy out here. Looking crazy out here. You know what I mean? Go MGTOW, learn yourself. Go MGTOW mean Romans 12:2, guys. Don't conform with what they doing, bro. It's okay to not fit in. I tell y'all this all the time. The entry fee is criticism. Pay that shit and be done. They're going to talk about you regardless. They're going to say shit about you regardless. And in the days that we live in and nowadays, they're going to try to dox you. They're going to try to say, but as long as you're working on yourself, as long as you're working to become the better version of yourself, bro, can't nobody tell you nothing. Especially once you believe in your creator, once you believe in your Holy Spirit, and you know, and you got that ultimate confidence, and you get into your God mode. Once you go #God mode, you lit. Can't nothing stop you. No, that it's real. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, bro. Shit don't bother you like it bothers the rest of the people. God people don't go through what the Christians go through. The real God people don't go through what the Christians and the regular folks go through, bro. We don't see that life of up and down, roller coaster. You know what I mean? Yo, it's been real, guys. I ain't gonna hold you much longer. But I appreciate everybody. I appreciate y'all. Y'all really growing this channel. Y'all already know. It's y'all. It's y'all. Y'all see that? I give it up to y'all. It's y'all. Y'all give me the ears to come up here. I'm gonna do it regardless if y'all come in the doors or not. Whatever the thumbnail is, whether it's too educational for you, even those of you that don't want to come for these type videos and only come for the GG videos, the ghetto gaga joints. I'ma always do my videos, and I'm gonna do which topics I want to do. I'm not gonna let nobody dictate and control me and to make me one of these celebrities and puppets and shit. I'm gonna always be down to earth. You know what I mean? I'm gonna always be Mr. Good Bread, bro. I'm gonna always be Abraham for the people. And like I said yesterday, for black love, bro, I love black love, and I love my people, y'all. Like, hold on, let me cam up a little bit for this, because I really mean this from the heart, guys. I love my people, yo. I love black people. I love black people. That's why I go so hard on my black folks, yo, because I come from the craziest environment, the craziest background, and it's not hard. We got to get out of that. It's hard. So now because it's hard, we try to make it into what we want to make it into, so it can be easy. You don't get the same thing if you don't go through the hard. It's supposed to hurt. And like I tell y'all all the time, I'm y'all brother. I'm not y'all friend. You see how your mother used to tell y'all, I'm not your friend in the street? I'm not. I'm y'all brother. Sisters, I'm y'all brother. So I'm not your friend. I'm not your homegirl. I'm not. I'm your brother. So I'm going to make sure you know, and I'm going to make sure you all right. And I'm going to make sure government say anxiety ain't puppeting you. All right? And I'm going to be me. I'm going to be, so ain't no don't try to control me. Don't. You can make yourself believe, oh, he think he know everything, or he think he always got to be right. Yeah, you know why I got to always be right? Because I read books and apply the science to myself. And I check myself in the mirror every day when I wake up. Every day I wake up, I look in the mirror and I be like, what can I fix today? Because it's never me versus y'all. It's me versus me. It's me versus the yesterday, Mr. Good Bread. And that's how y'all got to take it. All right, guys? It's been real, and I appreciate the mess out y'all, man. One.
So, why are you talking to a 7-year-old boy? I know I'm only a little girl. And y'all like, what you got on your nails? A pair of nails. That I made. So, before you come for me, boo, go check yourself. Make sure you got those edges done like Don't worry about that one. I was sleeping. But check yourself. Girl, you talking to a 7-year-old. Bye.
Alright, so just a short video of me dropping my kid off at a 24-hour daycare at like 10 p.m.
You know about what time you're looking at? I'm not sure. Probably like in an hour or two. Okay. She won't be here that long.
Now, they advertise that they be open 24 hours, but they actually don't. They be open until like 12, and it's fine, because I literally picked her up at 11:55 after telling him she won't be here that long. But it was cool, because there was like 20 other kids there, and they had like a glow-in-the-dark party. So it's a win for both of us. I get a break from her, and she actually enjoys going.
Is Miss Glass from your child's school?
Yeah, I know who this is. What's going on?
Hey, I was calling because I'm having a little bit of an issue out of your son today. He is not wanting to sit down in his seat, and he will not stop talking. So
Oh my God, I thought he was sick. So y'all don't handle that?
Well, usually we use our behavior management system, which requires for us to call the parent if the behavior is
It
getting...
don't seem like it's really managing that. If you, I mean, y'all can't, I'm trying to work.
And I understand that, and I also am trying to work, but I want us to work together to ensure the success of your scholar.
Okay.
No, ma'am, I'm not trying to get smart. I just want us to work together to ensure the success of your scholar.
Well, I mean, what he doing?
He won't sit down and he won't stop talking. Therefore, he's not able
You
to
tell me you
complete.
can't make him sit down.
Well, I can't make a child do anything. I can request it, I can ask it, but I can't make him do it. And so I'm wanting to work together.
Like, I brought him, I sent him up there to that school because y'all need to know how to handle. I thought they had teachers that know how to handle kids. I mean, if y'all can't handle them, I don't know what you want me to do.